Hello, this is Davide Biocchi speaking, and here we go with my weekly intermarket analysis. The first thing we have to discuss today is about the euro dollar. So, the euro dollar has left the very strong level of 1.06, that was a support, went directly to 1.047. Right now is around 1.053. But let's say we know that the latest support is here, 1.037. Let's say, despite the fact that this is quite far, let's say the market have a possibility to go there, and in case of violation of that support, maybe we can go for the let's say draw 1-1 from the euro and by the euro and the dollar. So this is quite a really interesting situation. Why is the dollar so strong, especially with the Japanese yen? So we have clearly here the situation about the dollar indexes, where we can see that we are back to the price that we have seen some years ago. This is because the Fed is going. We are only 2 days from the next open market committee meeting. So the Fed is going to apply for a very robust and strong tightening, and the Bank of Japan is continuing to be expansive. And even if in Europe we all need also a monetary tightening, as you will face very soon in US. Unfortunately, the economic situation here do not allow the ECB, the European Central Bank, to be as fast as the Fed, the Federal Reserve is by taking, let's say, sudden decisions. So this is why the dollar is so strong compared to the other currencies pair. So this is the real present situation. So what about the gold? Well, the gold went down and today is around 1,900. More or less, it's a quite interesting situation, and it is combined with the yield of 10 years. As you can see, the price of bond, the 10-year bond, the T-bond collapsed, the T-note collapsed, and more or less we are very close again to 2.9, so very close to 3% here. That is interesting because some people can start switching from the stocks to the bonds, and this is something that do not help the stock indices at all. We have been commenting the situation, stating that recently the let's say European situation was weaker than the US one, but recently something changed. But before doing that, let's finish with the commodities. So we have discussed about the gold that went down, especially because the yield of the T-note is increasing, and we know that the gold has two activities. The first one is to be a safe haven for all the investors that are looking for something like safe havens. But especially if you compare it with the T-note, don't forget that the gold is offering zero yield. So if the T-note is offering a quite interesting yield, for sure investor will switch. So that's why recently the gold went down. And what about the crude oil? The crude oil is, let's say, always rebounding. The support is the same that we have seen recently. So around 94.5, 94, 95, let's say, dollars. And what we have seen here is that it is rebounding, but this kind of is similar to a ping pong ball. So the first one is like this, then a smaller one, then a smaller one, then another smaller one. So this is what is happening here. What can change this rule? Okay, prices above the price of 108.5. So let's say above 110, we will see again a strong oil. Below that price, we are probably going to see again a test of a support around 94, $95 per barrel. So let's see what is going to happen in short term. We were already introducing the situation about the stock indices. Europe was weaker than let's say, the USA, but right now the situation is quite different. We were here and now we are here as Europe. This is the Euro Stock 50, so the main relevant European index. And if we go to see the S&P 500, you were here, stronger than us, but now you are again here. So the situation is that not only the US are right now a little bit more weaker than the European indices, but especially if we go for this idea, we are exactly at that support that, in my opinion, is changing the environment. So we will have a story above 4,100. That is the story of the last part of the previous, let's say, of the previous, how can I say, climbing for a new record high. And now we are, let's say, on a support here that is telling us that now we have a story of a sideways. So below this, it's something like we are below the sideways, and the market can enter a bearish situation. Let's say, something similar we have seen recently on the German DAX. The German DAX was above the price of 14,800. I told you so many times about it. I think you are also bored about it. But let's say the market collapsed because of the war, didn't attempt to re-enter here in around this level, but then, let's say, the market went back again. So what is going to happen in US could be similar to what we have seen here in Europe. Just let me tell you one thing. The Nasdaq is already below that minimum, even if for a few number of points. So the previous level was around 13,000, exactly 12,970. We are more or less a little bit below that level. So let's see what is going to happen, because this is a really relevant movement. The only US index that is already, let's say, below this level is the Russell. The Russell was for more than 1 year between 2,100 and 2,350, more or less this figure. Then, except for this one day, it was in all this year 2,100 to 1,900, so 200 points. But with Friday, end of April, the market went below. So it's really a quite strong situation. We will see what is going to happen, and we will focus starting from now to the Federal Reserve Open Market Committee and then the press conference that will take place on Wednesday. So let's say after that we will have more clear ideas, and this is all for today. Thank you very much from Davide Biocchi. Ciao ciao, bye bye.